Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to Crew First Culture Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to this Monday Mindset Check episode. My name is Jeremy, and we'll get right into it. I don't think this is going to be a very long episode. I've got something that I really want to work on myself and hopefully share it with people out there that need to kind of hear it as well. But it's a very straight to the point topic, and you're either doing it or you're not. And so there's just not a lot there. It's either you're doing the right thing or you're not doing the right thing. So anyway, uh, this kind of came from last episode, and if you haven't listened to the last episode, it was with Shane Bentley and Lee Humphreys, and they are with Bearers of the Oath. And Bearers of the Oath have a big creed basically that they kind of live by, a motto, whatever you want to call it. And so there's just a lot to it. And if you did listen to the episode, I didn't read the whole thing, but I did kind of emphasize asking people to go out and look them up, because there's so many good things in there that really just dig into, you know, topics all around, encompassing all kinds of stuff. It's just a really good kind of well-rounded creed, if that's what you want to call it. So one particular thing kind of jumped out at me at first, and that is never walk past a problem that you can fix yourself. And so that's kind of where I want to go this week. And I think it's something that everybody needs to hear. It's just something that we all need to work at, and it's something that we need to work with our kids on. It's something that, no matter what your age, no matter what you're doing in life, if you're living at home with your mom and you're 40 years old, or if you're 50s, almost 60, and you're ready to retire, whatever, this is something that we need to continue to work at, because it's just a part of doing the right thing in life. And so my wife and I have had lots of conversations with various kids and all the kids, and just different times about exactly this topic. And when we are having those conversations, it circles around pride. The pride in the house that we live in, the pride in the vehicles that we drive, and the land that we own, and whatever it is, the barns, and it's just anything. And the ability to see a problem or a mess or whatever you want to call it and fix it. And when anybody that has kids out there, you can quickly understand that nobody makes the mess. These messes just happen, and it's amazing, but they continue to happen, and nobody knows who did it. And what makes that even worse, and that where our frustration lies, is that not only does nobody make the mess, but nobody ever cleans it up either. And that's that's the problem. It's like, we don't care if messes are made. Kids are going to make messes. Just clean it up. Seriously. But that's the thing is, we have a lot of kids. That's been put out there. If you've listened to anything, you know that. So we're kind of amplified to most people, but we'll have a mess that was made in the kitchen, just making something up, and there'll literally be 4 kids that walk right by it 2 or 3 times, walk over it, walk around it, and nobody cleans it up. And so that was what kind of started those conversations with my wife and I, with the kids, is, take some pride in where we live and clean it up. I don't care if you made the mess. It doesn't matter. I hope that you will clean up yourself. That's rule number one. That's part of the problem, yes. But if you see paper towels on the ground by the trash can, if you see that somebody made a mess on the counter after getting something to drink, take 20 seconds and just clean it up, please. Just help out. It's just the right thing to do. And I'll probably say that lots of times during this short episode, but really, again, that this area of conversation, it just seats in that topic of doing the right thing. And so, like I said, that's kind of the home aspect of it. Uh, we've definitely had those conversations that it's something that we want so badly to really implant in our kids, and hopefully they're listening better than they appear to be when they grow up and start kind of getting into their own adult lives. And I hope it's just something that they do because they've learned from us that it's important to do. But kind of transferring that over into the world of work, and those of us that are listening that are with the fire service, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But in the fire service, we have a big issue with other shifts. It's always other shifts. You know, A shift never fuels the rig. Green shift never cleans the kitchen after dinner at nights. B shift never cleans the bathrooms very good. It's always somebody else. And it's funny how they it's funny how the two worlds kind of mirror each other. Like I said, the kids never make the mess, and the your particular shift never makes the mess, or it never messes up. It always does what they're supposed to do, but the other shifts never do. And so I wanted to kind of draw that line of comparison because it's the same mindset, and what makes it worse is we're adults and we still kind of act like we never mess up. It's always somebody else. So getting back into the meat of this, it's the right thing to do. So when we go on shift and C shift or whatever you want to call it, they didn't put fuel in the rig again. Well, okay, then let's go get fuel. You know, it it honestly doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to us. Most of the things that we get upset about somebody else not doing, we have to do anyway. Again, it's like, there's a particular shift that I get irritated with because it seems like the kitchen is always nasty in the morning. Well, we got to clean the kitchen again in the morning anyway. So, let's just do it. Am I saying that we just overlook this stuff and allow people to live like pigs? No, there are some conversations that need to be had, and hopefully through respectful conversations, some of that stuff gets cleaned up. But we also got to understand that just like we have gripes about them, there are things that they gripe about us about. And that is just the truth. It's for anybody out there that has transferred shifts or that maybe even works overtime on other shifts, or just small time here and there, you will quickly see that the shift that we gripe about when you're on the last one, they gripe about you the same way, maybe about something different, but we all have ways that we can, or things that we can find that somebody else is doing wrong. And so that's kind of my point is, for one, we got to do it anyway. So how about let's just have a good attitude about it and get it done and go about our day. And for two, if we think that we are alone in having something to gripe about somebody else towards, we're very wrong, because there are things that we're doing that people do not appreciate as well, things that we need to do better as well. So again, that's just, I want to kind of give that point to everybody, this week of it's kind of a common theme. You know, a lot of this stuff I talk about, it you'll hear do the right thing, because it's just, you know, it's different areas of life, it's different, you know, aspects and different actions of life, but it all comes back to doing the right thing. So, you know, next time we're at the station and the table's dirty from last night's dinner, just clean it. You know, just do the right thing and clean it. We walk in the bathroom and there's paper towels on the ground that somebody missed the trash can and just walk off and left it. Just take the 5 seconds, pick it up, keep the area nice, and do the right thing. And I hope at the same time, as you're listening to this, if you are somebody that has been the doer of some of these things, the, you know, leaving the messes or just leaving your trash around, you know, whatever it is, I hope that you will work on that as well, because, you know, take some pride in the area that you reside in. Take some pride in your firehouse. Take some pride in your crew, in your shift. And so, you know, really, it, it's going to be a pretty short episode. Like I said, it's a very important topic, but there's really nothing much you can just sit here and dig into, because it just involves whether you're going to choose to take pride in your area and do the right thing, or you're going to act like you didn't see it and walk off. So hopefully that's a little bit of something to think about this week, to kind of sit there and maybe reflect on where you're at in that area. I know there are some times that I have turned my back and walked away from something that I should have just fixed. I walked away from a mess that I should have just cleaned up. And so I know that I will try to do kind of my little self-reflection and try to build this into getting better every day for myself. So I hopefully there are people out there that kind of needed to hear it and kind of work on these things together and hopefully make our little circles better. So that's about all I got. Keep it short this week. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great day. And until next time, I will be back on Thursday. So hopefully you'll tune in then. But until then, stay safe and take care of each other.